All right, finally going to do the turkey, the ground turkey and ground chicken chili. So here's what you're going to need. Besides the salt, pepper, and your chili powder, I'm going to go over that towards the end because I like to put those things in later on. So I can kind of do it by taste. I'm not big on measuring things when I cook. I've made this a bunch of times and I still kind of eyeball it. But here's the basics. You're going to need a pound of ground chicken, a pound of ground turkey. Okay, you're going to obviously brown that. What you're going to need in your crock pot, slow cooker, you're going to need a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes, or you could use the whole peeled tomatoes and kind of chop them up. You're going to need about a cup of beef or chicken broth, 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste, 3 cloves of garlic. You want that minced real good. 1 small onion, 1 bell pepper. You're going to use a can of corn if you like corn. I like to add it to my chili. And then we're going to add in some beans. Sorry about that. Forgot what I grabbed this time. I switch it up sometimes with the beans, but what I'm using is a 15.5-ounce can of just black beans. You can use lentils, you can use kidney beans. It's really up to you. If you do use lentils, I like using the dried ones, but you're really going to need to boil them to soften them up first. I also add in about 3 tablespoons of honey mustard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cooking this in the crock pot on high, and I'm going to mix it all up. I'm going to let this sit for about a half hour while I'm browning the ground chicken and ground turkey. All right, so I had everything cooking for about a half hour. The 1 cup of broth, the 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste, the 2 28-ounce cans of tomatoes, the garlic, the onion, the bell pepper, the corn, and the black beans. So I just browned the pound of the pound of ground chicken and the pound of ground turkey. I just added this in. Basically, all you're going to do is we're going to cook this on low until the onions are completely cooked, and then it's pretty much done. And I like to wait until then to season it, because if you put salt in it and pepper right off the bat, so some of the liquid's going to reduce, and you can wind up ending up with chili that's too salty, and that's kind of hard to fix. So I'll check back with you in a little bit. All right, so it's been cooking with the meat in it for an hour, and I decided to try something different. So I chopped up in real small cubes about half of zucchini. I'm going to let that cook in there. It should be good. I also added some spices, but not the salt. So I put in about a tablespoon of chili powder, about a teaspoon of paprika, about a half a teaspoon of oregano, about a teaspoon of black pepper, and a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. You can adjust those depending on how hot you like things. I like stuff spicy, so I also added in 2 crushed up habanero peppers, dried peppers. So it's going to have some heat to it. But I'm not going to add the salt until last. All right, so I'll get back with you when it's just about finished. All right, it's been cooking for about 2 hours and 15 minutes since I added the meat to it. You can see it's starting to thick up nice. But you can tell the onions still aren't completely cooked yet. So that's pretty much what you're looking for. Which the timing works, is going to work out good, because you don't want to overcook the zucchini. So zucchini's not quite done yet, but it's getting close. I think it'll wind up being okay though. So I'm going to check back in another hour, and again I cook this on low because you don't want it to cook too fast. The slower it cooks, the more flavor you're gonna have get into that meat, and it comes out a little bit better. So I'll check back when it's all finished, and I'll show you what it looks like. But keep in mind, every crock pot is different. This one on low, I'll still give you some low boiling, you'll see around the edges. I know some of them really don't do that on the low setting. You have to put them on high. So I'll check back with you when it's all done. Okay, I'm going to end this video. The onions are just about cooked, but I'm going to let them go for, say, another 30 minutes. At this point, I think it's safe to add salt. I wound up putting in a tablespoon along with black pepper and red pepper I added earlier. But another thing I like to do is, see these areas right here? What I do is I take like a measuring cup and I kind of scoop up all that liquid by just pressing the cup down into it. But that's just me. I don't like I don't like a soupy chili. So I'm going to leave it here. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. There's all kinds of things you can do with this chili. You can use it in calzones, and what I'll do is I'll put in some cheese and some crushed up tortilla chips, or you could use it in wraps with some sour cream, some lettuce and tomato, and it comes out amazing. Enjoy.